Hello everyone! Welcome to the very first part of our series, Saving the Scavengers, Understanding Vulture Population Decline. I'm excited to have you here today. My name is C. Uzuamaka Ike, and I'm a researcher deeply passionate about food security, conservation, and ecological balance. Today, I'm going to share with you something that's often misunderstood and undervalued, the incredible role vultures play in our ecosystems. You might be wondering, vultures? Why vultures? By the end of today's talk, I promise you'll look at these remarkable birds differently. Vultures, known commonly as scavengers, might not win many beauty contests, but they're extraordinary creatures whose value to humans and nature is immense. You will ask, but why should we care about vultures at all? Well, their story is actually our story. It's a story of how interconnected all life truly is. Let's start with some fascinating facts. Did you know vultures have one of the strongest stomach acids in the animal kingdom? They can safely digest and neutralize harmful bacteria and toxins, even diseases like anthrax and botulism that would kill other animals, including humans. Their diet mainly consists of carrion, dead animals, making vultures nature's sanitation crew. Without them, carcasses would rot and spread diseases, threatening wildlife and human health alike. Now, imagine a world without vultures. Without our cleanup crew, carcasses would lie around rotting, spreading disease, and putting both wildlife and humans at risk. Sounds dramatic? Well, it's not far from reality. Just look at what's been happening in England recently. In several regions, bin collectors have gone on strike over pay and working conditions. With rubbish piling up on the streets, residents are now dealing with overflowing bins, awful smells, and an invasion of pests. It's a mess, and a perfect reminder of why cleanup teams, whether in cities or in the wild, are absolutely essential. Vultures are incredibly adapted to their role. Their sharp eyesight can spot a carcass from kilometers away, and their impressive soaring ability allows them to effortlessly glide for hours on thermal air currents, patrolling vast areas in search of food. These adaptations make vultures irreplaceable custodians of ecological health, yes. Unfortunately, vultures worldwide are facing a crisis. Let me share a startling statistic with you. In Asia, particularly India and Pakistan, some vulture populations plummeted by more than 95% in the 1990s and early 2000s, primarily due to a veterinary drug called diclofenac. This massive decline had serious consequences. Feral dog populations surged, rabies cases increased, and human health costs skyrocketed. It was a painful lesson in ecological domino effects, showing us just how crucial vultures are. Now, Africa, especially South and West Africa, is becoming a focal point for conservationists, researchers, and policymakers. In these parts of Africa, we have an incredible diversity of vultures: Egyptian vulture, palm nut vulture, Ruppel's vulture, Cape griffon, white-backed, lappet-faced, white-headed vultures, and others, all performing vital ecological roles. However, these species too are facing declines due to hunting, poisoning, habitat loss, and food shortages. Why is Africa so critical? Well, because it provides a unique opportunity to learn from past mistakes and to intervene proactively before populations reach catastrophic lows. But let me be real with you, it may already be too late. Vultures, once seen by the hundreds every day in our markets, abattoirs, and perched majestically on big trees, are now vanishing before our eyes. These days, many of us haven't seen one in days, weeks, months, even years. Some are beginning to forget what they even look like. That's how bad it's gotten. Yet Africa's rich biodiversity still makes it an ideal region to study and understand vulture ecology, threats, and conservation solutions. South Africa holds a key position, not just geographically, but in setting examples for conservation that the rest of Africa, and indeed the world, can follow. Through my research, which involves using advanced tools such as system dynamics modeling, we explored scenarios to see how various threats impact vulture populations. These studies help us predict outcomes and propose effective solutions before it becomes too late. This is just the introduction, and we will be continuing. Today, we've learned that vultures aren't just large birds circling in the sky. They're ecological heroes who protect our health, maintain biodiversity, and ensure environmental balance. When vultures thrive, nature thrives. And when nature thrives, we all benefit. But vultures are disappearing at alarming rates. and their loss would be felt deeply by everyone. Over the next few days, I'll dive deeper into the specific threats facing vultures, discussing hunting pressures, food shortages, poisoning threats, and ultimately, what solutions we can implement to save these magnificent birds. In our next session, we'll examine the critical threat of hunting, what it looks like, why it continues, and how it impacts vulture populations. I hope you join me again. And remember, when we save vultures, we're actually saving ourselves. Thank you for joining today's talk. I look forward to sharing more about these remarkable birds with you in the next episode. Join us next time as we discuss a troubling human activity that's pushing vultures toward extinction: hunting. See you then.